my lovely angels, this is your girl Sim, back with another episode of the Sim Squad. Hi! Today, after a very long time, I'm doing a maceration update. I just have like 9 perfumes, and most of these are gourmand perfumes that I bought recently. And I know everybody has been waiting for this one because so was I actually. I was like waiting for these to like macerate at least a little bit. I know it's not been like very long since I've purchased these perfumes, but some of these have I had forgotten about. So there are two of them which I had forgotten about, and then recently I saw somebody mention it, and I was like, yeah, I need to review that again, because it's going to be a decider whether I'm going to keep those perfumes or not keep those perfumes, right? So let me not talk too much, let me just start with the first one, which is from Paris Corner, and that's the Caramel Cascade. The beautiful bottle. The bottle is so pretty, and it has two more flankers, right? So the first one was Taskin, then it was I think Taskin Marina was the second one, and then they finally released the Caramel Cascade. Now this was supposed to be, or maybe not supposed to be, a dupe for Bianco Latte, but Bianco Latte was trending at that time, and everybody just assumed, including me, that this is supposed to be a dupe for Bianco Latte. Now, if you remember, when I first reviewed this perfume, I told you it has like a strong dirty rice, like dusty rice, not dirty rice, dusty rice, licorice kind of smell, which had really bothered me. Right now, that licorice smell is almost gone. And quite frankly speaking, it's smelling very similar to Bianco Latte. The top notes for this are caramel, milk, tonka bean, honey, vanilla and white musk. I'm not reading it in top, heart and base for a reason, because everything just is like together. It's very linear. From the get-go, you can smell the caramel, milk and honey. It's like undoubtedly there. You can smell it. Tonka, praline. Oh, praline is not mentioned over here. Praline is mentioned in Eclaire. So you know what I'm going to do? Eclaire is also on the table. So I'm going to do a side-by-side for Eclaire and this after I finish talking about this. This is a very comforting scent, and I think it's very winter appropriate, fall winter appropriate, because it's definitely a little, I don't want to call it sticky. Well, it is a little sticky in terms of smell, right? So it might overwhelm you during summer. I think fall winter is the right time to wear this. I recently tried Eclaire in when I was with Ali, and we were going out, and he just told me he likes the perfume, but he told me I would prefer if you would not wear this outside, just wear this at home, because it's a warm, comforting scent, but going out it's a bit like overwhelming. And it's because it's really hot in Dubai right now, and I think it was the wrong perfume to wear. Caramel Cascade right now, if you remember, I was on the verge of declutter. I was like, oh gosh, if that licorice smell doesn't go away from this, I'm gonna get rid of it. But right now, it's smelling absolutely wonderful. I'm not gonna side by side compare this to Bianco Latte. I will, however, compare this to Eclaire. The projection for this right now, I would say, is like around 2 to 3 feet, because it is like warm. It's very cozy and it's in a bubble, but the bubble projects like very slowly, but it will. And the longevity is like 7 to 8 hours, which is like excellent, right? So my rating, I had given it 7 out of 10. I'm not sure if I gave it 6.5 or 7. Over here it's written 7. I will right now give it an 8.5 out of 10. Okay. Now, let me side by side compare this to Eclaire, because Eclaire and this one are supposed to be both dupes for Bianco Latte. So this is the Eclaire by Lattafa, and if you remember, people find this bottle very attractive. I personally do not like it. Now, side by side, I can tell you, you don't need both. Now, what does Eclaire smell like? It's the same. It smells more a thicker version of Caramel Cascade, to be honest with you. They're so alike that I can't really give you much differences. I can just say that this one is a little bit more thicker. It's a little bit more heavy in weight. When you smell Caramel Cascade, it smells a little light. This one smells a little bit more heavy. The top notes for this are caramel, milk and sugar. Middle notes of white flowers and honey. And the base notes of vanilla, praline and musk. See, in here they have also mentioned sugar, praline, white florals. But in all honesty, it's just a very sweet caramel milky scent. Smells, I told you guys, like it smells, in the direction of tres leche or dulce di leche, from Haagen-Dazs. It's the same scent. It definitely smells very, very edible. It's very attractive. Some people might find this a little bit kiddish, or not kiddish, but like juvenile, because yes, it is a very toffee kind of scent, and not everybody will appreciate this. I personally think it depends on how you carry the perfume. Just like, you can wear the weirdest clothes. I mean, look at what I'm wearing today. As long as you can carry it off, people will appreciate it on you. So as long as you're confident in wearing something, okay, I will admit, there are some perfumes that smell very, very cheap. This is not one of them. This doesn't smell cheap for sure. This is the closer dupe to Bianco Latte, although in the air, you can't really make out the difference. The projection for this one is like 3 to 4 feet. It's a little bit more than Caramel Cascade. And the longevity also for this one, I feel it's 8+ hours. It lasts all day. Yes, it'll become a skin scent, but whenever you smell yourself, it'll smell exactly how it's smelling right now. It's very linear as well. My rating for this is a 9 out of 10. This retails for around $35, whereas I think the Caramel Cascade was like $25 or so. So there is a price difference. If you're a collector of gourmands, pure gourmands, like if you love things that smell like milkshake or toffee or ice cream or something like that, go for both of these, if you like. But in my opinion, they're so identical, either or. So it's totally your preference. But regardless, both of these, I think you should wear this in fall, winter and not in summer, because it's really, really thick and heavy. Next, we have another gourmand from Paris Corner. And I had instantly fallen in love with this. Despite of its terrible projection and longevity, I just thought it was a beautiful scent. Yes, it does smell like a body mist. Yes, it is not very high in performance and everything, but I personally think it's a brilliant perfume. This one is Qissah Delicious by Paris Corner. First of all, the bottle is so stunning. Secondly, it smells like orange cream biscuits. Oh my gosh. See, now when I smelled those perfumes and then I smelled this one, it's such a breath of fresh air, because it's the same kind of gourmand notes, edible notes. It's more like the Biscoff, the lotus biscuit smell, but then you have your orange cream in the middle, sandwiched between It also has like a strong hint. I'm still calling it a hint because it's not constantly there. It's still a very strong hint of coconut. The top notes for this are dark chocolate, orange and whipped cream. Heart notes of coconut, marshmallow and jasmine. And the base notes of vanilla, softwoods and white musk. I don't see the dark chocolate. I can't smell it. If I'm smelling something, it's some form of a lighter chocolate, not dark chocolate. It's going more towards like your white chocolate, more like a creamy chocolate with whipped cream for sure, with orange. Oh, that's why I'm saying it's like that cream, the cream in between, the orange cream. Coconut, marshmallow, jasmine. Jasmine, it's there as in like a white floral scent. So the white floral in this along with the musk kind of adds to like a fresher form of musk instead of being a jasmine note, right? So it does smell a little bit floral, but you can't identify jasmine at all. And then you have your softwoods with vanilla and white musk. For sure they're there. But overall, if I had to just describe this perfume in short, this is just smell that biscuit and you will know that's Qissah Delicious for you. It's soft, it's warm, it's beautiful. I just feel so comforted when I wear this scent. I prefer wearing this at home, but I've been wearing this to the office as well. I don't care. I mean, I know it's such a juvenile scent to wear to the office, smelling like orange cream biscuit. Doesn't matter. I still get compliments. It turns heads, like, because people don't expect a person to smell like this. And I think wearing perfumes is not to impress anybody, or as long as you're not being overly obnoxious, I think it's like absolutely acceptable to wear whatever you want. And I will wear this. Yes, I do prefer wearing this before sleeping or when I'm at home and stuff. But off late, I've been like using this even in peak Dubai summer, where the temperatures reach like 50 degrees Celsius, which is a lot, right? Still doesn't feel sticky or cloying. I'd initially given this a 9 out of 10. I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. Why? Because the performance has also increased now. Initially, the longevity was only 6 hours. Now it's pushing towards 7 hours. It's increasing slowly. And I have a feeling that, yeah, after a couple of months, this is going to become a fairly decent perfume. As a matter of fact, I know my outfit and this are not matching together, but I'm gonna take this perfume to office today and wear it. That's how much I love this perfume. Next, we have another one from Paris Corner, and this is called the Soothing Zephyr. It is the stark contrast of the other perfumes I just showed, because this is a molecular perfume. Think Another 13 by Le Labo. It's the same. See, now when I sprayed those perfumes and I'm spraying this now, this is why I love the whole maceration thing, right? Do you remember initially when I sprayed this perfume and I told you guys all I smell is rubbing alcohol? It reminded me of a memory I had of dropping rubbing alcohol, especially that green cross one. It has a distinct smell to it. I had dropped like a ton of it on myself, and all the nostril hair, they burnt. Like, it was horrible. And I felt the same experience with Soothing Zephyr initially. Now, it has become still bearable. There's no stinging alcohol scent, although I think that dentist kind of scent, like it's the sanitized scent. But it also has like the strong ISO-E in it, which they've not listed, of course, but this ISO-E scent is unmistakable. If you smell this, it's a chemical, right? Along with little bit of sweet notes and woody notes. This is my description of this perfume. I know it's strange, but you know what? It smells nice. The only beef I have with perfumes like this, it slightly makes me feel nauseous. I have no idea why, but it does like give me a little bit of nausea, and I know a lot of people have commented recently that they feel the same way. Some of them even get headaches and stuff. I luckily don't get headaches, but I do feel this nauseating feeling. But right now, the way this is smelling, I think I can live with this, and I am feeling like wearing this perfume. The top notes for this are jasmine, middle notes of tonka bean and amber, and the base notes of precious woods, oak moss and musk. In my opinion, this smells like ISO-E. It definitely has a little bit of tonka, precious woods, oak moss and musk. So it has a wood and moss, which kind of makes it a little bit masculine, but I think it's a perfectly unisex perfume to wear. I think Ali can wear this, I can wear this. As a matter of fact, you know what? I might just put this on Ali's counter because this is something he will appreciate more. And this is definitely a all-weather perfume, but I would prefer this in summer. Not even spring, in summer, because when it's really, really hot, I feel this will add to a little bit of a cooling sensation. It does have that sanitized scent, like it smells like a dental office, or I don't want to say hospital because it'll give you the wrong idea. Sanitized smell. It smells like a sanitized something. Not when the sanitizer is used, a non-scented sanitizer. It's after the sanitizer completely dries off on your hand, and then when you smell it, you know how your hands smell? Like sanitized, it smells like that. It's so weird. Like, I remember initially I hated this perfume so much. I was like, yuck, no way. And I was like, but I had loved this bottle, and I'm very happy that I like this perfume now because I do love this bottle and I would love not to declutter it. The projection on this is it's a very skin scent. So like half of it, like people need to come like yay close to smell it on you. It might like be like maximum 1.5 feet if you overspray this, but don't overspray it because I'm telling you, you will feel that burning sensation in your nose, The longevity, unfortunately, is like still, it's increased from day one. I would say it's now like 6 hours or so. Initial rating for this, I had given it a 6.5. Now I think it's a 7.5. It's almost there to 8. 7.5 because I know I'm not gonna use this perfume. I might sometimes at home after shower especially. I'll feel so fresh if I wear this, right? Next we have one from Lattafa, and this is the Sehr Lattafa. I have to hold the bottle so far to show you how big the bottle is. This is my head. Yeah, it's taller than my head. So the cap is very heavy. So be careful if you try to grab it, and if you by mistake hit it, it's going to topple over. But the bottle itself is very, very stunning as well. I think the whole experience of this bottle is like beautiful. I know a lot of people don't like this, and especially because it has a reptile, people don't like it, but I personally love this bottle. I know it's very tacky, but I just love it so much. It's so stunning. It looks like a piece of art. I'm going to put this aside so that I don't drop it. This retails for around $50, by the way, so it doesn't come cheap, but it's not that expensive either. I definitely can smell a soft suede, so it doesn't go into leather. It literally smells like the suede material, along with tons and tons of vanilla. tonka, and bitter almond. This is what it smells to me. Smells like vanilla, suede, tonka, and almond. All the other notes in this for me are irrelevant. Let me tell you the notes. The top notes are cinnamon and bitter almond. So cinnamon, I would say it's there as a hint, but it's not a prominent note, so you can't really smell it, but I'm sure it's doing something somewhere in this perfume. Bitter almond is there for sure. It smells like the same bitter almond which is there in Shagaf Oud Tonka. The bitter almond and tonka of Shagaf Oud, I feel like this is like Shagaf Oud plus other notes, it's that close. Heart notes of jasmine, pomerose, and akigala wood. Now all these notes ideally should have been a little sweet. None of them are. I can't smell jasmine at all. The other notes as well, I really can't. Maybe that's where the animalic quality is coming in because of the akigala wood. Not sure, In the base, you have vanilla, absolute, amber, and tonka. And this I agree with completely. The base notes are vanilla, absolute, amber, and tonka. Amber is adding slight bit of sweetness. Now the vanilla, it's a vanilla without the sugar. So it's not a very sweet fragrance, right? The perfume smells dry, not very sweet. But think of your vanilla scent, your tonka scent, your almond, along with that little Swedish note. Kind of smells like something you would only pull out in winter, but honestly, I would wear this in summer as well. Will it choke people out? Yes. But will I wear it? Still yes, This has macerated quite a bit and changed, by the way. Initially, I was getting some earthy notes as well. Now I'm not getting those earthy notes at all. So fair warning to everybody who doesn't like bitter almond because it's heavy on bitter almond and tonka, yeah? Now, some people are saying this is a sweet vanilla bomb. Now, when you say sweet vanilla bomb, I kind of go towards perfumes like this. So maybe I'm mistaken on what people describe as a sweet vanilla bomb. This to me, it's not sweet. It's mildly sweet. Those perfumes are like sweet, right? Like toffee sweet. This one is like mildly sweet. And that's why I like it a lot. It's very mature. It's very polished. It's very sophisticated as well. Like when you wear this, it'll smell like a niche perfume. You will definitely smell expensive. Like I can't be dressed up like this and wear that perfume, I mean, I can, but I won't. Yeah. Ideally, this should be worn in fall, winter, but I guess you can wear it in summer nights. And ideally, you should wear this in fall, winter, but I think you can pull this off in summer evenings and spring evenings as well. The projection of this is insane. It's like 4 to 5 feet. And the longevity also is like 7 to 8 hours. It's a brilliant perfume. As a matter of fact, this is 8+ hours because I remember the first time I sprayed this on a cushion cover and I could smell it for days and days, right? So safely I can say it's 8+ hours. It is definitely a beast mode perfume. Initial rating for this was 9 out of 10. Now it's a 10 out of 10 for me. This is very much a unisex perfume, leaning slightly masculine. We are on the last 4 perfumes and I'm wondering which ones I should do first. You know what? The ones which I almost decluttered, I'm going to save it for last because those are strong perfumes and after that I will not be able to smell anything. So let me first go for Valaya. Mystique Bouquet by Afnan. The bottle is my favorite bottles from this brand. I mean, favorite bottles ever probably because the experience of holding it and spraying it, look at that. It just feels so nice, Plus, I don't know if the camera is capturing it or not, but the bottom is blue. So it's ombreing from this sapphire blue to this emerald green. It's so pretty. And the perfume itself is a very, very, very close dupe of Valaya. Which is why Valaya just came out of my mouth. You know what? This has macerated really, really well. Guys, I'm telling you, it's changing, yeah? So if you bought Valaya, not very happy with it, it's going to change. It still is the same perfume. It's just become so much stronger. If you remember, I told you Valaya is like, Mystique Bouquet is a beautiful perfume, but it is very mild and I would not smell it like on myself anymore, right? I was wondering if I was getting anosmic or not because Ali could kind of smell it on me, but he always told me it's a very mild perfume. Right now, it's so strong, like I don't remember it smelling like this at all. It's the exact same perfume I described before, just has become massively strong. If you're looking for like a fresh, clean girl perfume, look no more. This one. The top notes for this are white peach, orange mandarin. The top notes for this are white peach, mandarin orange, bergamot and lychee. Middle notes of orange blossom, vetiver, mahonia and peony. And the base notes of ambroxan, musk, vanilla and oak moss. Oh my god, so many notes. And you know what? Justified. Because you literally, because you really cannot identify the notes in this. It's a very perfumey perfume. So for everybody who says like they like perfuming scents, like me, and there are many other people who love like perfumey scents where you can't identify what's what. It just smells like a perfume. You're gonna love this one. Yes, it's definitely a floral, a very airy floral. It's almost ozonic, but at the same time, it smells a little bit watery as well. It's a weird perfume. I can't describe it. It feels like air and water merged together, and then in between, you had like a lot of florals. This will definitely be your spring summer baby. The initial projection for this was like 2 to 3 feet. Right now, also, I guess it would be like 3 feet or more, but the longevity initially was like stretching it to 6 hours. Now it's 7 hours at least. I mean, I'm telling you, it smells like the exact same perfume I described, just way, way, way stronger. So I'm so happy because that was the only beef I had with this perfume. Mind you, this perfume can be a slight bit cloying to some people. Now you will be like, why? Because it is airy and watery. So why would it be cloying? It's very, very sweet as well. And that sweetness is coming from a lot of florals. So if you cannot tolerate like very, very strong florals, you know what, still try it because it's not a pure floral, right? The airy and watery notes in this kind of like counter react with the floral notes, and it's just like a very strange, beautiful perfume. It doesn't smell revolutionary or something, but I don't see anybody not liking it. Wait, I do know a lot of people who don't like it, but in my personal opinion, I think this is a very easy purchase. It's a blind buy safe perfume. My rating for this is still an 8.5 because yes, while it's a beautiful fragrance, it does kind of give me a little bit of nausea. Again, I don't know why, but it has the same ISO-E kind of thing going on in the background. I don't know what that note is, but it's probably the ambroxan because one of my friends, she'll know who I'm talking about her. She had actually told me that she has this problem with ambroxan where she gets headaches and she feels nauseated. And I realized that it's the same with me. So maybe it's the ambroxan in these perfumes that's making me feel a little bit nauseated. But you know what? That's not going to stop me from wearing this perfume. It's such a beautiful fragrance. Next we have its sister, which was a much more recent purchase. This is the Ruby edition. While that one was sapphires and emerald, this one is ruby. Oh my gosh, just look at these bottles. It's stunning. And this is called the Cherry Bouquet. Wow, this perfume just got so much better. Now, by the way, for everybody who does not like artificial cherry note, leave the chat because this is extremely synthetic cherry on the top. Smells like the chewing gum cherry or the candy cherry, Actually, it does smell exactly like the candy cherry, the hard candy. It also has like cherry liquor. So it's like a mixture of like different kind of cherries. Let me tell you the notes for this first so you understand the number of cherries that are there in this perfume. Black cherry, sour cherry, cherry liquor and almond on the top. Almond is like quite strong and it's the bitter almond. Then the middle notes has raspberry, plum, damask rose and jasmine sambac. And the base notes of clove, patchouli, vanilla, vetiver and cedar. The notes could not have described this perfume any better. Like literally imagine all these notes. So it starts with like a lot of different kind of cherries. You're actually sniffing and trying to understand the kind of cherry they've used because you can smell all sorts of cherry. And then you do get like a strong bitter almond smell in it. Then as it slightly like dries off, you can smell the raspberry and plum, which are very juicy, which adds to the ripeness of this perfume because the perfume does smell very juicy. And then you have your damask rose and jasmine sambac. You can smell them, but in the background, it's there like an echo on both the sides. Not even echo, what do you call surround system, It's there on the sides, but they're not there in the center stage. It's not in the front at all. Base notes, however, of clove is quite prominent and it comes in from the middle notes itself. I think it should have been listed in the middle. And in the base, you have your patchouli, vanilla, vetiver and cedar, and all of this again are there and you can identify them. The clove is not very bothering, it's there, but they added it in just the right quantity. So yes, this is like a kind of fake but very boozy cherry with almond, with your very ripe plum and your raspberry, along with some kind of floral clove note, quite prominent, and then very, very earthy notes. I love this perfume so much. And you know what? It got better. I don't know how it got better because it was already quite nice. But initially I was feeling it's a little bit dry. Now I feel it is a bit, it's very, very juicy. So all that has changed in this, it's become a little sweeter and it's become a little juicier. It's a very, very stunning perfume. And oh my God, these bottles. I need to get the other two as well, the older ones. I think there was Fleur Bouquet and Violet Bouquet. Look at that. Because I know Fleur Bouquet, I think, was the due for Fleur Narcotique. And the Violet Bouquet was something I don't like, I remember. But just for the bottles, I might just go ahead and try them, you know. I think this is a very unisex perfume. I know a lot of people will disagree. I think a guy can pull this off. Leans feminine, for sure. But I don't know why. I think it's because it's very, very earthy. And because of that clove, I think a guy can pull this off for sure. The projection for this is like 4 to 5 feet. I'm not kidding. It'll project like crazy. Longevity also is like 8+ hours. It's a beautiful fragrance. This is a 10 out of 10 for me, for sure. I love this perfume so much. Although I do feel this is going to be only a winter wear perfume for me, because in summer, no way, it's going to be too cloying for me. Now, on to the last two perfumes, which I was trying to avoid because I'm going to get so much hate for this. Guys, please, please, if you disagree with me, don't be mean about it, okay? It's my right to like a perfume and not like a perfume. If you like a perfume that I don't like, don't hate me for it, you know? It's like somebody not liking, I mean, I don't know, some food, and then you like that food, but you're not going to hate the person for it, right? It's the same with perfume, so chill. It's not that serious, you know? This one is Ajwad. So Ajwad, this is the original one. This is the original version, and then I have the pink to pink version as well. So I have both the bottles. The bottles are very pretty, by the way. It looks like something which is like made from like traditional artists or something who hand paint and hand draw stuff. Very stunning. Even the bottle, the gold is such a beautiful gold, you know, like a very matte beautiful gold. So this has got only 3.86 on Fragrantica, and I understand why. This is supposed to be duping Roses Vanille by Maceration, and the reason why I did not like this was because it had a very strong metallic note which I was not appreciating. So now I want to see if it has changed or not. I can already smell it so strongly. So there's no doubt that this perfume is extremely potent and extremely long lasting. It's definitely unisex, but Middle Eastern leaning unisex because it's very heavy on rose. I have not even smelled the perfume. It's in the air and I can smell it already. It is one of those Middle Eastern perfumes that you just wear a little bit of and then it like migrates everywhere. Everybody can smell it, you know. Okay, look. It's sour. It's sour to an extent that your mouth waters, you know. The top notes is fruity notes, middle notes of rose and jasmine, and the base notes of vanilla, musk, amber and cedar. See, the thing is now that metallic note has reduced drastically, but it's still there. It's like mineral note or metallic note, something cold in the background, right? But at the same time, the rose along with that extremely tangy fruits, because they've written fruit notes, but they failed to mention that it's a lot of tangy fruits, right? They smell like tangy fruits that are overripe and have almost gone bad, but they have like kind of like fermented but not gone bad yet. Yeah, so it's not a bad smell, but it's definitely overripe tangy fruits. And then you have like a heavy dose of rose and jasmine, and the jasmine is very indolic. If you know indolic now, you know it's extremely indolic. Your base notes of vanilla, musk, amber and cedar are just adding a lot of sweetness. The cedar, I can notice it, but it's like it's there somewhere in the background. But your main notes are the fruity notes, jasmine and rose. Do I like it better than before? For sure I do. The metallic note is almost gone. So 100% it needed to get macerated. I still can't declutter this. See, that's the thing, because I know that this perfume, it's somewhere like borderlining now. If there was a meter where this is like, I don't want it in my life, and this is like must, I need this in my life. This is like not here, it's like here right now. So it's kind of still towards like get rid of it. But as it's drying down, I can see the resemblance to Roses Vanille. But I would not say this is a spot on dupe. It's kind of like there, but not really. But it's the same DNA for sure, same genre for sure. In the dry down, it starts smelling better. But there's this earthy smell in the background. I know. You know that earthy smell you guys get in Sakina? It's the same one. But Sakina, for some reason, the fruits are very attractive. So it's weird that it reminded me of Sakina, you know? But oddly enough, I like Sakina. And this one, I'm liking it more than before. So it definitely macerated for the better. It's getting there, okay? But right now, I would not wear this, okay? I would not put this on myself. I know I'm just gonna get irked. I'm gonna try this again because I've kept this purposely to take it out in winter, because if it's cold, maybe I will feel differently. There are a lot of perfumes that bother me during summer, but in winter, I just start loving them a lot. The projection, longevity projection and everything, I don't want to say any of these beast mode. It's crazy insane, right? But like, let me say this, it's 7.5 out of 10 right now. It's not a bad perfume. I know a lot of people will like it. For me, I would not put this on myself right now. I'll test this again in winter. I'll just keep this now till winter months come, yeah? Now the next one, I'm a little scared to spray. So I'm not very fond of guava as a note in fragrances. I love eating guava, but not wearing it. So this is the same bottle as Ajwad, but it's a matte pink, and I love the bottles so much. Again, they're like very, very big. Actually, kind of like I can wear this perfume if I had liked it today, you know, because I'm matching with it. In terms of projection and longevity, it matches up to its predecessor, which was Ajwad. I can smell it so strongly, and I can tell you already, I would not wear this. It's rancid. Okay, let me not talk too poorly about it, because then I know people cannot help it but like come for me. It smells very strongly of guava. Smells like the leftover smell you get on your hands when you eat guava, and I hate that smell. If you have never tried the fruit guava, if you have tried the bottled juice of guava, try spilling it on your hand. Wipe it off and then smell it. It smells like that. But it has something very interesting in the background. Now, if you know guava as a fruit, it has some greenness about it, right? And that greenness is like a mellow greenness. It's not a crispy greenness. It's a soft, exactly like the texture of the guava, the ripe guava fruit. It's like soft, but you can smell that skin, the green skin on it. Plus it has lychee, which tried to like kind of bring the sweetness and freshness into the picture, and I can smell it. And it has some red fruits as well. But the prominent note of guava is so strong. It's just a personal preference. I don't want to smell like guava. The top notes are red fruits, lychee and guava. Heart notes of vanilla, rose and lily of the valley, and the base notes of musk. You know what it smells like? It smells like roses vanille with guava and lychee and red fruits. Yeah, it definitely, wow, okay. So now it does smell like a flanker of what this was supposed to be. If this smelled like roses vanille, you would think this one is a flanker for sure. It is just that guava note, which is like just a little too dominant in this perfume. Like I had told you guys the story where in Ramadan, we have this fruit salad that we make, and we cut up like all sorts of fruits, right? It has a myriad of fruits, and mostly it'll have like banana, apple, a little bit of orange. What other fruits are there? Why am I like this? But guava is a big part of it, right? So you have to have guava, and you do put like a little bit of black pepper and a little bit of salt on it. And it reminded me of that. The moment I smelled this, and I was like, it's smelling of that fruit salad. And we were not allowed to eat any other feast on the table. By the way, my mom would prepare a feast for us till we finished those fruits, because my mom wanted us to eat healthy first and then go for all the other unhealthy foods. And we would like literally like swallow it, you know, because we just wanted to get rid of that fruit salad so that we could hop on to other stuff. It just reminds me of that. It reminds me of Ramadan days. It reminds me of every brown household. Their house smells like this in the evening. However, after maceration, the greenness of the guava has reduced substantially. So while I'm not gonna wear these perfumes like now, okay, I'm gonna save this for, let's say, I'll take this out in November. I'm gonna take this out in November just because in Dubai, November starts showing signs of fall. It's not October, not September, that's when the heat reduces. November is when you start feeling like signs of fall. December and Jan are like the cold months. Jan is like the coldest month, right? So ideally I should smell this in December, but I'm gonna try and like review them again in December, in November, and I will only decide if I want to declutter it in December. I think I do my declutter videos, or Jan, one of those. So we will know if these are gonna go in those or not. As of now, I don't hate the perfumes. I do like them, but it's just not a fave of mine, right? See, now the Ajwad has dried down, and that metallic note, I can smell it again. So it is that irk. And Ajwad Pink to Pink, very clearly it's a guava. I know I don't want to smell like guava. I don't want to smell like that guava juice. I would give both of them actually a 7 out of 10, not even a 7.5. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 for both of them, just because I know a lot of people will like these perfumes, and especially Pink to Pink. People who are into exotic smelling perfumes, they're gonna love this one. It literally smells like the Amazon forest, like fruits you'll find in the Amazon forest. But for us, it's like in Ramadan everywhere, you know? So that was it for today, guys. I hope I did not make this video very, very long. I did 9 perfumes. I know I have a lot of other perfumes to do a maceration update on. I promised you that I'll do it regularly, but I need to give the perfume some time because most of my perfumes are like new. And especially of late, I've been receiving, touch wood, a lot of PR, and that was not wood, by the way. That was plastic. I've been receiving a lot of PR off late and I'm very thankful for it, but a lot of them need a lot of maceration time. The Naseem perfumes, the Al Absar perfumes, I'm sure like I got a lot of different other Paris Corner perfumes that also need like a lot. Clearly from this video, if you took one thing, is like Paris Corner perfumes need a lot of maceration time. I love those perfumes now, you know, like I hated them in the beginning. So yes, I think maceration videos are extremely important, and thank you guys, because it's because of you guys that I started doing this series. And the first time I made it, I was like, nobody's gonna watch it, and then it became kind of like one of the most watched videos, and I can understand why. Even my perception of perfumes, I can actually feel like the whole journey leading up to like that 6+ months where I actually declutter perfumes. So for me to review this like at least like twice, it gives me the true understanding of whether the perfume is for me or not for me, and also like a precise review for you guys. So that's it for today, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.